Today marks the last day of meetings with my society. It's definitely a very bittersweet feeling because it's definitely really sad to see everyone for like the second last time. We're graduating soon. The new batch of people are gonna come in and take over our positions and just do what they do best, and I really do wish them all the best. And I don't know, I first joined the society because I really wanted to improve myself in terms of so many things in the very beginning, but soon after that, it's so much more than that. And yes, I feel like I did grow a lot through the 2.5 years of being with ACE, and I am so very grateful for my juniors who helped me out for so many things, and also the committee that has been committed from day one. And I think that's a really, really nice thing that it's so hard to come by for a lot of other like clubs and societies. So yeah.
No, that's something to see.
It is 10:30 in the morning. Class does not start until 11, but I was here since like 10 because I wanted a good parking spot and I wanted to get things done because I feel really unproductive at my place. So here I am on campus alone in this classroom, really empty. This week has been a very stressful week. I always pictured my final year to be very interesting and like a time when I can actually fill my time with memories and stuff like that, but with how things are going on, I think it's kind of hard. I have to balance between so many assignments, and I would say that my paper is at a kind of good and kind of bad state. My supervisor doesn't see it as something really bad, but I'm kind of panicking a little bit because I still have 2 interviews left. That it's so hard to find people who are married and like that fits my demographic for my study. So there's a struggle. So besides my final year project, I still need to work on a presentation that requires so much reading. And today I got some coffee. This is like my first time getting Boss. I've seen so many people talk about it, especially the rainbow one, but I'm not too sure if it's like full espresso or if it's not. So I just opted for the low sugar one since it's written.
Class is cancelled.
But in the distant country, they tend to hang out. They tend to go out, right? Even
So my mind's a huge piece of mess. There's so many things I'm doing all at the same time. I realized I really need to print stuff out to actually properly make comments. Like, this is no help at all. I don't know why, but that's the case. I'm like labeling each paragraph's topic, theme, and putting some side comments comments on what I need to add, what I need to cut out or restructure, or just new observations and linking things together. And this is like a whole other page of information I need to know, so on and so forth, and it's chaotic. So I'm out for a jog right now, and it's been a while since I've been this. Well, actually I didn't really jog much. I only went 2 rounds, but I got really scared because it's dark and there were strangers at the lake. So decided to come back, but at least I'm walking, right? I've been very, very unproductive the whole day. I kind of have like a mind block right now. Nothing is coming out of my head. I'm supposed to write at least 2,000 words a day, and I can't seem to bring that out.
Apply psychology, bitch.就是营养不够且不一样。
就是他营养够，但是来他到这里营养
所以你看他还是这样子。那个不是重点，那个
他吃零食，你阻止。
Bye.
拜拜。
Bye bye. So it is 2:30 or 2:40 in the morning. I haven't vlogged in a while because things has been so busy. I mean, I've been so busy with things. See, I can't even talk. I had my presentation yesterday, which was Thursday. Went kind of well, I think. Hopefully. I skipped a lot of classes this semester in order to do a lot of things that actually mattered. And in a few hours' time, I'll be submitting my final year project, which I worked on it for like the whole 2 semesters. Pretty much my 4-year education has led up to this whole project itself. And I'm kind of glad it's ending soon, but at the same time right now I'm panicking because I feel like there are a million things that I need to do still. So I could only hope for the best when I wake up from my sleep, which I think I'm just gonna have like 4 hours sleep because that's how paranoid I am. I need to wake up at 7 to just kind of go through everything and make sure that I have everything in place, and to make sure that my discussion kind of aligns with my findings in my literature review. So hopefully and fingers crossed that everything goes well. I am going insane right now because it's 12:41 and I just completed all my stuff. I didn't even have time to double check everything that I've done, and my my deadline is in an hour's time, an hour and a half, or an hour 20 minutes, and I really don't think I can make it to submit it in time because I need to bind it, I need to copy it to discs. Oh my god. So a little update on what has been going on since yesterday. Today is Saturday, so yesterday was my submission day for my final paper. I pretty much pictured that I had most of the stuff that I needed to be settled on Thursday. So I did all my stuff on Thursday. I did the final comments, and then I printed some stuff that I could print first, and then onwards it led to like Friday 3 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning, and I left the PhD room even though I'm not a PhD student. Shirley and Kent stayed in the room for the whole night, because I decided to just go back home and just sleep for like at least 4 hours to 5. And then I woke up at 7 on Friday just to double check everything and then make sure that I can print everything in time. But the thing is, after like cross-checking my data and stuff like that, I realized that there were things that I could have, just added on, and there were information that were necessary to kind of make my paper a little bit more interesting. And then so I was into it, and I added more words, more content, and edited my conclusion, my introduction, and one thing led to another. I was still in my PJs. It was already like 12:30. I started panicking because 12:30 was supposed to be the time when I have printed everything. I've copied the soft copy for all the necessary documents I need to submit. There were 2 copies of soft copies that I need to submit, as well as 2 copies of hard copies. So I've done none of that. Online printing is always a pain in the ass, especially during submission period. It always crashes. I don't know what happens. So I call Kent to ask him to help me print out the stuff that I can let him print first. And then so I sped to campus. I copied the CDs that I needed to copy because I didn't have a CD reader, so I needed someone else's laptop to do that. And then I made the final changes. I edited my ethics submission form, my project management report, and everything. It was chaos. Everyone was running everywhere because we were all late. Well, some people did not submit it late. It was chaotic. Like, I was in a PhD room panicking, and then there were like people calling me. I was like so frustrated and pissed off. Like, please leave me alone. And then it was like 1 o'clock, 1:15 around that. Shirley offered to help me go bind my paper. So she ran over to the closest convenience store to bind our stuff. But to our horror, is to our horror a word? I'm gonna say no. To our dismay. Okay. The person in charge went for prayers, so she ran back and told me I could not bind the papers. I was like panicking, and I'm like, give me those. I will bind it for you and for myself. I'm gonna go to town. It's gonna take about 15 minutes there, and then 15 minutes back, because no matter how fast I drive, there was still traffic. So many traffic is not nice. And the thing is, she has the the person has to bind 4 sets of papers, which consists of like more than 500 papers, so she has to bind them section by section. She can't do it all in one go, so I had to wait there for 15 minutes. So I was pretty much like, my hope was all gone, because I ran to my car, I left campus at 1:36. I got there at, surprisingly, I got there at 1:44, and yeah, it took forever, and I sped back. I called my friend, like, wait for me at the Orange Building, you're gonna come get my paper and then help me submit it, because I really don't know how I'm gonna submit this ASAP. And I did. I flew back. I ran through so many red lights. I should not do that. I sped like 130, and it was just a disaster. Disastrous. And yeah, I submitted my paper 10 minutes a little too late, but hopefully, fingers crossed, that I won't get penalized. I really, really hope that doesn't happen. And yeah, here I am. I was so tired yesterday because I've been running everywhere and my adrenaline was high as fuck. So that's why I just knocked out yesterday. Sleeping back at home is like the best feeling ever, because it's nice and cold and I have a nice blanket, and there's no alarms because my roommates they always have their alarms pretty early, and I'm usually woken up by their alarms. So the only thing that's waking me up right now is the chirping noises of birds outside. So good morning.